That's all right. He's here in spirit. I hear a clanging in the background. It's why we
Yes.
love horror television. I'm JWMaher. That's my wife, Fiorella. Aaron Brooks is over there. Abby's there somewhere. How you feeling,
He's
Aaron?
here in spirit, as you said. We're doing good. Yeah, we are both enjoying Dexter Resurrection, I should say. So, um, to be determined if she makes some appearances down the road. But we're doing good. And yeah, Dexter Resurrection appears to be good so far. So I'm excited to talk about these first couple episodes.
Let's drop that old teaser trailer they gave us.
My path can only be walked alone. But who says I can't meet a few folks along the way? Second chances are for taking. Red worked so hard to stay in the shadows, but there's only room for one dark passenger. Each one is a good reason to take him out.
We got a hit on Dexter Morgan's truck.
Where?
New York City.
Harrison? Angel Batista.
You're not the only one who tracked me down.
Sorry, Dexter wasn't the guy you thought he was. I had a similar experience.
With your dad?
With yours.
Leon Prater, who are you?
I'm just a huge fan. I couldn't presume to have the imagination to do what you and the others do. I have so many reasons to kill. You're my reason to live.
Found porcelain dust in the cranial wound of the victim.
Find every piece of surveillance we can on Mr. Morgan. Now is the time to give us your real alibi.
If I am who you really think I am, this can't possibly end well for you.
Dexter Resurrection. New series now streaming on the premium plan.
I'd never seen that teaser trailer before, and my wife had filled me in some details, but we'll get into because Paramount Plus Showtime dropped 2 episodes, and we're going to cover these 2 episodes, even though at the time of this is airing, there's 3 episodes out. We'll get to that next week. So we're talking about A Beating Heart and Camera Shy, episodes 1 and 2 of Dexter Resurrection. So, Fiorella, what do you think? You can go first. What do you think of at least the first episode?
So I did watch the teaser before the show aired, and I wasn't very much looking forward to it because I thought it was campy, like the idea of like this, I don't know, like mastermind criminal lover type of like that short story, The Hunt or whatever it's called, and yeah, I was kind of like, this is gonna be really campy off the bat. I was proven wrong. I really loved the first episode, the second episode as well. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
And I'll kick it over to you, Aaron. What do you think? What were your first thoughts, at least on the first episode?
Yeah, I really liked the direction we're going for sure. I mean, I don't know how any fan of Dexter couldn't be with kind of the ghost appearances. I do feel like there was a reason for them, though, so that was nice kind of to see off the bat that like it appears that the people who are writing this series understand the series. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm not as hesitant after Original Sin, so Original Sin seemed to work so well that I did kind of want to see how they correct Resurrection or how they correct New Blood. Because at the end of the day, everything is kind of trying not to be New Blood or the last 2 to 4 seasons of Dexter, depending on your mileage with that. So I feel like this reminds me more of the first 4 seasons of Dexter Original Sin. So
yeah, I think my biggest hesitation, kind of you hit on it, was like New Blood definitely painted the whole series into a corner. You know, he's shot, he's found out, everyone knows he's Dexter, everyone knows everything. But they kind of do they really cleverly explain away, because the first thing I said to Fiorella was, wow, he's not handcuffed to his hospital bed. Like you'd think he'd be handcuffed to his hospital bed. But he's not. And you find out that basically Angela Bishop recants her story. She's just like, whatever, he captured Kyle Campbell. We're going to call it even. I'm going to say I was crazy. I shot him. And then she flees town. And he's exonerated as Jim Lindsay / Dexter Morgan. But it's short-lived because Angel comes back. Mm-hmm. And Dexter smells a rat immediately. But it was great to see David Zayas back. He hasn't missed a beat. No. I know you liked.
I love him. I too, as a fan of Dexter, I agree. The ghost flash or the ghost scenes were amazing. We definitely got a kick out of seeing each and every single one of them. The order was awesome. Of course, I'm I want to see more of that. Hopefully, like they do. I think they did a really wonderful job of wrapping up what could have completely jumped the shark. They, for whatever errors they made in New Blood, I think this first episode showed like you say, Aaron, like they listened and they're making the show for Dexter fans. Like they understand it. And they respect it as such. So in that part, I think it's like it was a very, very successful first episode. Also, just like the scenery, I don't know if it's the way it's being shot, but like things seem brighter. The colors seem brighter. Like it seems more, and I'm really digging that as well.
I'd say it was cool to see John Lithgow and Eric King.
Oh, yeah.
Even if, I hope that we see more of them, but even if that's it, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And what do we think?
I think there's going to be more of them. I do.
Yeah. What do we think about, when you get to see Harrison, so I'll jump over you, Aaron. What do you think about Harrison's whole reintroduction?
Yeah, I feel like it's like a reintroduction for us as well, because I feel like this character is going to be very different. As we're watching him here, it does feel like we're watching a youngish Dexter, and we're showing like the little mistakes that are going to lead to bigger issues. I think eventually for Dexter, who's going to have to clean up and come to save Harrison. So, I think that's kind of where he's going to be at a crossroad eventually. I think it's going to lead to him, having to probably take the blame or fall for this, since he's, Harrison's doing the 9-piece cut up of his body that he kills. So like, it's roughly going to be following the same as the Bay Harbor Butcher. This new detective, FBI agent, NYPD is FBI.
Yeah, Detective Wallace, who's like my new favorite character.
Yeah, Detective Wallace is great. Reminded me of like Willem Dafoe from Boondock Saints, or replace with your favorite kind of quirky detective character. But Wallace is too good not to start to put this together. And I do think that, Angel's still going to be the one who brings Dexter in eventually, because Angel is like the one who Dexter can't kill. He's not going to kill Harrison, and he's not going to kill Angel. I don't know about anybody else, but those two.
Can Harrison kill Angel?
Yeah, maybe. That would be the way that Angel would be gotten rid of. Yeah, have to be Harrison. And Harrison could definitely try to kill Dexter. I could see that being where this goes to, where he becomes like the teacher and Dexter becomes the victim or student. So I think there's a lot of ways it could go.
We have new detective characters. We have Detective Wallace, her partner, Detective Oliva, Dominic Fumusa from Nurse Jackie. He's cool. I like him. Mm-hmm. But then we also have, and they're just kind of slowly dripping out this plot, we have this like Uma Thurman's character as Charlie, who's like the logistics arm of like a serial killer witness protection agency thing.
I like that.
Sure.
Yeah, so like that's really interesting. And like I know if you look at the teaser trailer, we kind of get a bit. We know obviously Peter Dinklage will be introduced as the money mark for the whole thing.
Great.
But, like her introduction of just like going in like full purge attire to the dark passenger, the new serial killer apartment to find his trophies and then invite him into like the protection racket was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have the dark passenger killer, who's like the Uber killer or whatever. And, I mean, for one, he looks just like Dexter.
Yeah.
And that's not an accident. Like first time I watched the episode, I thought it was Dexter.
They definitely were trying to like throw it off. Like if you weren't paying attention, you thought it was Dexter, because he was even acting like when Dexter's like kind of fucked up. His whole like pattern of like
and so that works out pretty good overall for Dexter. Is kind of slipping to New York, just being him, because I think early on he's going to be kind of the early foil that Dexter takes over within the first few episodes here.
Especially since he's under the protection, almost under the protection of whatever this thing is. Also played by Mark Menchaca, not our Mark Menchaca, but SGA's Mark Menchaca.
Yeah. So But yeah, so yeah, I think that's how he's gonna kind of slip back into New York, anyways. And then I think there's gonna be some miscommunications with Harrison and Dexter that we'll see how they work out as they move forward. But I could see it eventually leading to Harrison being like, "I thought you wanted me to kill Angel, Dad. Like, what do you mean?"
That I
Like,
could see.
so
Yeah.
yeah, Angel's probably not long for this world. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. I just feel like the best characters get killed. All
Yeah.
the jokes. So I feel like it's going to happen again with Angel.
I could see that kind of spin off the father and son relationship on the show versus the son turning on the father. Like, all in all, it's still like such a messed up, like, father son parent child love story. I believe this whole like series, like, and it's doing it generation from generation, because when Harry's ghost popped up, like, he's just kind of like showing Dexter, like, okay, yeah, I made my sins, I made my mistakes, but like, you're doing it too. Like, we need to like break this, basically, kind of, right? And it's like, you could put that in any type of like genre, any type of like family kind of situation. And it's just, and when we were watching that, I looked over at John and I'm like, this is such a like father son love story. Yes, I'll be like psychotic one, but like, so I do not see, I am still very much like, even though the first episode is basically telling us that it wasn't really planned out like that, where Harrison was supposed to like not kill him but just shoot him, like, I still think that father and son are going to find a bond somewhere. And I think that Harrison is trauma bonded with his dad and like will never turn on his dad. I think he will never turn on him. I think he might break his heart by killing Angel or doing stuff like that, but like, he will not turn on him.
Right. And I think just more about Harrison, like, he's kind of got himself a little sweet deal now in New York City. He's friends with this single mom who's like, I guess, high up in the housekeeping at the hotel he works at, because she's giving him free rooms to stay in. He lives in the hotel. He's best friends with one of the head valets who gives him joy rides in cars all the time. And like, no one seems to know that he's just like freeloading in New York City.
He's also working there too.
Yeah, he's like the concierge there, so he's got a decent job too. So it's nuts.
Do you guys think that violent scene, like, he's done that within the 10 months that Dexter was out cold? Like, do you think that was his first time doing that since the Dexter shooting?
He seemed kind of hesitant to kill the guy, and then he definitely seemed sloppy killing him, because he killed him.
and he made he's, with the mistakes he's making. I think that might have been
the first one in the 10 months. Okay.
Well, if we're wrong, we'll find out. I'm sure they won't leave that on the table. Yeah, I'm interested so far. Like, all the characters are. Oh, then they introduce us to Blessings. His friend.
I really like Blessings.
Blessings is a great character. I've seen that guy in a bunch of stuff. He seems to always be like the
Jiminy Cricket
go-to like Eastern African guy you see in like as a character actor and everything. He's good. And I like the fact that like now Dexter's gonna like have an apartment in the guy's house. Like, they're involving all these very innocent people at arm's length. Like, you have a single mom for Harrison, you got this guy and his family to Dexter. So obviously something messed up is gonna happen to one of them.
Right.
Down the road.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
I guess that's about it. Do we want to just rate these episodes? Let's start a ratings video, and we'll go from there. Yeah. We'll start with episode 1, A Beating Heart. Fiorella, you can go first. What did you think of episode 1?
The first episode, I will do 4 out of 5, because I was pleasantly, I'm happy.
And what would you think of the second episode, Camera Shot?
I'm going to go with the same for now.
All right. I'm going to give the first episode a little higher. I'm going to go 4.5 on A Beating Heart, just because like I was really impressed. Like, we've talked at length about how New Blood was just kind of like, it was entertaining, but like they took a lot of risks and like they really kind of screwed over the mythos of Dexter. Hats off to the writers for like absolutely fixing it in a totally non-retcon way. They didn't retcon anything. They just explained things. They added things to explain things away. I think they did a great job. As far as the second episode, yeah, we're dropping a little bit down to 4 out of 5 for that one. I do like the characters they're introducing. I want to know more about like the serial killer syndicate. I think that might boost me later in the season. Aaron, what did you think of the first episode?
Yeah, first episode was almost perfect, man. 4.5. Trinity Killer was great to see. Miguel Prado had a really great moment there. All of them earned their spot, as well as great seeing James Remar back. So yeah, it's hard not to. And the second one, it's just a little step down just because none of those guys were in the episode. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. It was still getting some the potatoes there. I would prefer the meat though. So 4 out of 5 for the second episode. But overall, I'm very excited to see where things are going. I know they just filmed the ending for this recently, so it's just kind of crazy the turnaround they're doing with this show, or continue to do with this show. Was filmed in late January, and now here we are. So I'm really excited to see where we go from here, and another double episode next week, and then back to singles for the rest of the 10 episodes.
Yeah. Next week, we'll be covering episode 3, which is going to be Backseat Driver, and 4, Call Me Red, next week here on Why We Love Horror TV. But if you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Go to the Letterboxd challenge. We got a bunch of horror movies for you to watch there. And the schedule here is always the same. Sunday, hey, you're watching it. Why We Love Horror TV. Every Sunday, you'll see us. Monday is Versus. Will and I cover a bad movie. Tuesday, Why Liv Loves Horror. Everybody watches that. And if you're not, where are you? Wednesday, Aaron Unwinds. Thursday, the Why We Love Horror Letterboxd Challenge Watch-Along Show. And Friday, 2 episodes of Why We Love Horror Trivia. So until next time, I'm John Moore, and that's Fiorella. And that's Aaron Brooks. And maybe we'll see Abby, I don't know, next week on Why We Love Horror TV.